Houseproud Cleaning. So we're a cleaning franchise business. We do homes, offices, strata, aged care, NDIS, insurance work, you name it. I started the company in Sydney, but we're also in Brisbane, Melbourne and Perth. The franchise network, essentially. We've got such a diverse group of people and they all have different goals and wants and needs, and working that out and working with them over time has been really rewarding. Many children have been born into the group over that time, and some of them now are into university, and because we've got franchisees that have been with us for over 20 years. And that's what I love, is catching up with them, asking them about their families and their business and trying to help them. And then, supporting new Australians in a new business, in a new country. I think that sometimes they can be a little bit vulnerable. So in most of our franchise sales are referrals. So just looking after those new businesses and watching them grow, and then watching their personalities and their confidence develop over time as well. Often they're very timid when they first come to us, and within 2 or 3 years, they own it. Honesty, integrity, drive for success, ambition, a certain personal standard. We can teach anybody how to clean. Often, and we've, as I said, we've got such a diverse group, so we really look at the individuals in terms of, what their needs are, and we go down that path with them, and it might be a different path for somebody else. Well, strangely, one of the things that's popped up in the last 5 or 6 years or so is actually the notion of franchising. There were a few bad examples 5 or 6 years ago, and I think people remember those, and they're a little bit nervous about franchises because they've heard not great stories all the time. However, the fact is, it's a wonderful business model. It's still to this day the case that 80% of franchises are still in business after 2 years, whereas 80% of new businesses fail within the first 2 years that are outside of a franchise network. So they have an opportunity to have the ownership and the control that they want in their lives, but they've got a big brother, behind the scenes who is always there to help them if they ever stumble or need a hand. They've got somebody there. That gives them confidence. It comes down to, the first thing I do is say to them, it depends on the person who owns the business, the franchisor. 2 things. The second thing I say is talk to our franchisees. Many of them have been with us for decades now. I think that that's indication of strong leadership and commitment to the brand and to the franchise owners. But don't take it my word for it. Here's a list of numbers. People often you can speak to in your own native language, and most of the time they do that. And when they do, we generally get a sign. Well, we've come out of a pretty tough time with COVID, so it's really a time to rebuild, and especially in terms of our marketing. My main focus over the next 12 months is marketing, really. The marketing landscape has changed quite a bit and can be quite challenging at times, and we really need to be across that and have our best people on it, and have the money available to spend. So it's all about growth, really. I love growing businesses. I love growing the individual businesses and the brand, and I love the success stories and meeting the franchisees at the different social functions and so forth, and hearing how well they're going, and because many of them are very nervous, a little bit unsure when they first start, and then it doesn't take long for their confidence to grow, and often, within years, you can just see everything in their life changing as that confidence grows. Not only, their relationship with the customers, but also their relationship with their children and their own network and so forth. Yeah, it's wonderful to see.